Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is June 30th, 2016. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. I'm Ashley Ford. Here are today's top stories. In campus news, according to the Tarleton Sports, the Tarleton family is yet again grieving over the tragic loss of a student athlete. Texan football player Alex Sanchez was pronounced dead early Sunday morning in a two-car collision on U.S. Highway 281. The other driver, Lyle Thomas Hassong, was also dead on the scene. Alex Sanchez's funeral service will be held at the First Baptist Church of Stephenville on Friday at 11 a.m. Head coach Todd Whitten said Sanchez was a special guy within their program, and his teammates and coaches miss him terribly. Sanchez is the last in a string of 8 Tarleton students who have died since 2010. Sanchez was a 21-year-old senior wide receiver. Also from campus news, the head of marketing for Tarleton is at the center of a controversy about the portrayal of white males in university marketing materials. Harry Batson, the assistant vice president of marketing, said he misinterpreted Tarleton president Dominic F. DeTavio in an email to marketing staff. Batson said, "The president had a conversation with Vice President Cal McGregor, and then McGregor had a conversation with me, and there was some misinterpretation." When he met with DeTavio, McGregor said they talked about the missing male. He also said primarily they believe that the missing male phenomena was happening here at Tarleton. McGregor added, which it is. Even though the enrollment of white males has increased at the slowest rate over the last 20 years, white males remain the second largest group on campus. Between 1995 and 2015, the male population has remained under 50% and has continued to decrease between 2 to 3% every 5 years, according to the data in Batson's email. The email became public after a student who received it, Renee Warner, shared it with Texan News Service. Batson's email was addressed to Tarleton's marketing and communication employees, which at the time included Warner. In local news, according to the Stephenville Empire Tribune, the Erath County Sheriff's Office is once again holding its fan giveaway to help community members stay cool. Sheriff Tommy Bryant said that in the past there have been businesses or individuals who have donated fans, so if anyone is interested, he says they can just bring them up and drop them off. Some heat safety tips from the National Weather Service include staying hydrated when outdoors and taking breaks in the shade as often as possible, never leaving kids or pets unattended in a vehicle. Remember, look before you lock. Limit strenuous outdoor activities and check up on the elderly, sick, and those without AC. If you are outdoors or in an area without air conditioning, pay attention to the warning signs of heat exhaustion or heat stroke. They could be life-saving. To request a fan from the Sheriff's Office or for more information on donating fans, call 254-968-3338. Bryant added, if you don't have a way to get a fan, they can come deliver it to you. State news, according to the Associated Press, authorities on Tuesday released 911 calls that captured the panic in the home of a Houston area mother before she killed her 2 daughters, as well as in the home of a neighbor after the shootings. The Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office released recordings of 2 911 calls from Christy Sheets' home and one from a neighbor's home. Sheets fatally shot her 2 daughters before an officer killed her. In the first call, a woman is heard crying. She said, "Please forgive me, please don't shoot." After a scream, she is heard crying, "Please, I'm sorry, please don't point that gun at her." Another woman is heard saying, "I promise you, whatever you want," before the call is disconnected. In the second call, a woman is heard saying weakly, "She shot them." In the third call, a neighbor described 17-year-old Madison Sheets and 22-year-old Taylor Sheets, apparently still alive, lying in the street in front of their house. The neighbor described Christy Sheets kneeling over her eldest daughter and shooting her dead. Madison Sheets later died at a hospital. An officer killed Christy Sheets after she refused demands to drop her gun. A Facebook profile consistent with Sheets' biographical details included a pro-gun post alongside posts about how she loved her family members. We turn to the AP News Minute for today's stories of national and international news.
This is AP News Minute. The airport in Istanbul, Turkey, has partially reopened, but about 1/3 of scheduled flights are canceled. 3 suicide bombers attacked the airport on Tuesday, killing dozens. Authorities say Islamic State militants appear to be behind the attack. Crews in Panhandle, Texas worked through the night to put out the fire from 2 trains that collided. The flames blocked efforts to find 3 missing train workers. Firefighters in central Arizona dealt with strong, erratic winds as they battled a brush fire. The fire forced some evacuations and temporarily shut down part of Interstate 17. And for the first time in more than 50 years, a U.S.-run hotel is open for business in Cuba. The U.S. Treasury Department gave hospitality giant Starwood a special license to open the hotel in Havana. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
Today's weather forecast comes from weather.com. You can expect a high of 95 degrees with mostly sunny skies and a humidity level at 45%. Also, winds are coming from the southeast at 6 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, we will have a clear to partly cloudy skies. The humidity rate tonight will be at 63% with a low of 71 degrees and light winds. Today's broadcast was produced by Denise Haroff and Rebecca Hernandez. You can watch Texan TV live on weekdays on Northland Cable Channel 9 and on Channel 2.1 in all Tarleton resident halls. Don't forget to follow Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at www.texannews.net. This summer, stay tuned in every Thursday for the latest news from Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.